What's happening? Welcome back to another video. If this is your first time here, I am Crystal Ray and I am an empowerment coach and a life balancing strategist. So I'm all about figuring out how to stress less, how to live this holistic lifestyle, and really just feel empowered, become more aware of ourselves. And today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about another life lesson that I learned, and that is for you to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Now, this was a lesson that I learned the absolute hardest way. So what happened was I went to Bolivia and I did a study abroad program. And while I was in Bolivia, I ended up getting sick. I really don't like throwing up, but I did. And something in me changed when that happened, and I became extremely fearful. I could no longer eat at restaurants. I really wouldn't eat anything in general. I was just so fearful of life in itself. And when I came home, I was still going through things, and it got to a point where I was only eating toast, soup, and I don't even know what else. I weighed the lowest amount of weight that I'd ever weighed, and something in me was just different, and I was scared all the time. And when this happened, I had to learn how to build myself back up. And I would experience what I would call panic attacks. I remember one night when we were at a dinner, sitting at the table, and my heart is just racing and I'm gulping really fast, and I'm just extremely fearful that I'm going to get sick. And then I get this food and I'm lightly picking at the food because I'm scared that if I eat it that I'm gonna get sick, because I don't want to get sick. And I had to start to get comfortable with feeling that way because I felt that way often. Anytime I would go to a restaurant, that's what would happen. And it was just allowing myself to experience those emotions and reminding myself, okay, I've been there before. I've been in this uncomfortable state. We know that it passes. Just be okay with it and stop resisting it. And once we stop resisting the uncomfortable feelings, once we stop pushing back against them, we're capable of moving through them more quickly. And that's really what I want you to understand, is that every single day there's going to be things that are going to make us uncomfortable. But once you learn how to be comfortable while feeling uncomfortable, you're never going to really freak out because you're comfortable with the discomfort. You're comfortable with the unease. So you're capable of allowing that emotion, that feeling to happen without really resisting against it. And that's where the power lies. That's where you have the ability to really take control and manage the way in which you're feeling. So one of the things about life that we know for a fact is that change is always going to happen. Everything on our physical body in itself on a daily basis is changing. Things are dying within our body every single day, okay? We know change is inevitable. If anything, change is the one constant that we always know in our life. We always know change is going to happen. It's a constant. So if you can start looking at it that way, in the sense of, okay, I know change is always going to happen. Well, let me get comfortable with change. Let me figure out how to embrace it. Let me figure out that no matter what happens, I know I am always capable enough. I know that I can always figure something out. I know that I am resourceful. That is where true empowerment lies. That's inside of you. So when you can get to this place where, all right, no matter what, change is happening. Cool. I'm going to accept change every single day. I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to allow it into my life, and I'm going to evolve with it and transform with it. You now have all the power because you feel comfortable regardless of it. Granted, you may not feel comfortable because you're experiencing discomfort, but you know that you have been in an uncomfortable position before. You know that you have experienced discomfort before. You know that it will also pass. You know that it is something that is helping you grow and expand and evolve and become a different, enlightened person. So this lesson right here is one of the best things you could do to knock your anxiety out the door. Because a lot of times with anxiety, we get caught up in fear. We get caught up in I'm just so scared, I don't want this to happen, or you're worried, or, you're just going around in circles and you're making things more challenging than they need to be. So if you can step back and recognize, okay, this is just something else that's a change. This is something else that's new. Well, now you have the power to say, okay, I'm not going to allow this to consume me. Or I know that this feeling will also pass. I know that I have felt this before. And like, this is something that I used to do when I used to have panic attacks. So I would have panic attacks where my teeth would chatter, my whole body would shake, I would be freezing cold, I wouldn't be able to move, my heart would be racing, I wouldn't really be breathing deep breaths, and all I could do was curl up on the couch. Since I knew that I had experienced this before, I knew what I needed to do to get myself through it more quickly. So when I experienced something like that, what I would do is I would grab a blanket, I would curl up on the couch, and I would just make myself feel as warm and comfortable as I could until it passed. And eventually it started passing quicker and quicker. And of course, now I'm at the place where I don't experience those feelings anymore. But if I do feel it starting to happen, if I start to feel my heart race, I just think, okay, I've been here before. What do I know that works to help me get through this? All right, I'm gonna take a deep breath. I'm gonna pay attention to my feet on the ground. I'm going to distract my mind. I have the tools now. So being aware and being capable of recognizing what the uncomfortable feelings are like, what the discomfort starts to look like, you'll be able to keep yourself from actually fully escalating because you know the signs and you start to tackle it immediately. So whenever you're starting to feel uncomfortable or you see that you're resisting change, I want you to take a step back and really remember, okay, where have I experienced this before? What happened? How awesome am I? And really remember your inner strength because you have the power. You are capable. If you weren't capable, you wouldn't be experiencing this. It's just a really good reminder sometimes to be like, I've been here before. This discomfort really isn't that bad. And when we embrace it, when we take it in and we welcome it in, it definitely it makes it different. It just knocks it and it doesn't give it as much power. It doesn't give us a hold over us. It just becomes like, all right, I'm just going through this. I'm just gonna feel it and then I'm gonna let it go. And that's where the secret lies, like in all of this of changing ourselves and growing. Like, it's just about feeling the emotion and then letting it go. Just waving goodbye, bye. You know what I mean? So I hope this video has been insightful and helpful for you. Let me know in the comments if there's anything from here that you definitely took away or anything that resonated with you. I'd also love to hear any experiences that you've had when it comes to sitting with discomfort and how, you know, your life has changed and how you've evolved and grown and what you think of change. Like, are you resistant to it? Do you welcome it? Like, let me know. I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And also, if you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and I will catch you guys next time. Bye.